Ting, ting, ting. Welcome back to my channel. So yeah, I didn't expect that I will consistently making videos like this. I'm pretty proud of myself. As you guys can see in the title, we're going to talk about the things that I consumed in these 2 weeks. Mostly the media that I consumed was related to philosophy because I really wanted to learn more and dive into philosophy more since it's already third semester. My lecturer used to say you can see the potential in each philosophy student in this term, which is 3 to 4 semester. So I think I'm going to boost my potential here in this term. I'm quite ambitious about it. I personally love this term subject. There's phenomenology, philosophy of God. There's also the history of modern philosophy and analytics. But the most subject that I find interesting is philosophy of God. It's not just talk about the theology or the substance of scripture, but also the way you rationalize your belief in God. That's why I consume one of the recommendation book for this subject. This book hasn't been published in other language except Indonesian. The title is Menalar Tuhan, which means Rationalize God by Franz Magnus Suseno. I'm on my halfway to finish this book, and the author dividing each parts of the book with very structure. In the first chapter, it's still introductory about how and what and why we rationalize God. In the second chapter, begins to discuss the understanding of God, how God is perceived by each religion and belief system. It's like how the understanding of God evolves in different eras. And then in the next chapter, which is the third chapter, it starts discussing the shift towards modernity and the skepticism about belief in God in the modern age. And chapter 4, 5, and so forth, it actually goes up to chapter 8, and I'm currently at chapter 3. Yeah. But in the introductory, the author said the book is not talking about the verifiability of the existence of God, but it's more of how can we being responsible to our own beliefs, which is start with rationalize the existence of God. For me personally, there are so many things that are practical to be valued in life. So it's very interesting to read. I cannot wait to finish the whole book. Okay, move on to the next media that I consumed. This time was music. I found it on Spotify's Discover Weekly playlist. I actually didn't know how to pronounce it because it's written in Japanese, the artist name, the band name. I asked ChatGPT and it turns out it's pronounced Kokoyo. It's actually Kokoya. It's a band that plays instrumental music from Japan, influenced by Brazilian instrumental music, some kind of that. And I've been listening to it a lot. The instruments include a clarinet, a piano, and a violin, and it creates a peaceful background that I can enjoy when I read or do other things. So it's accompanying me for doing things. Very well recommended to hear, especially if you like classical music or something that were similar to Ghibli soundtracks. It has a vibe like that. The next media I consumed was an article written by one of my phenomenology teaching assistants. He graduated from the philosophy department at University of Indonesia in 2024, which is last year, and also did an exchange program at the Institute of Philosophy Leuven titled Aesthetics of Banality. It's also discussed from the perspective of Indonesian photographer, which is Eric Prasetya, and how he used the approach to street photography with the banal aesthetic. His explanation is quite interesting because the aesthetics of banality are something we often encounter in our daily lives. One thing that I found it could be improved in this article, oh my god, who am I to critique philosophy bachelor man? Yeah, and I think he specifically points out that conventional classical aesthetics don't adequately address to the moderate, so they tend to focus only on the extreme beauty or the extreme ugly, leaving the moderate out. He then offers the aesthetics of banality as a solution. In my opinion, if he's critiquing the conventional classical approach, which is from an older era, and then proposing the aesthetics of banality that emerge in the contemporary modern era, it feels a bit less relevant. Actually, criticizing conventional classical thinking can be relevant if it's the context, according to my lecture, which is Bumut. Yeah, love Bumut. However, unfortunately, what he points out isn't really the conventional classical thinking itself, not the perspective, but rather the era of conventional classical thought. There's a bit a loophole there. But overall, the article was very, very much interesting. And because the aesthetics itself discuss about the everyday aesthetics, it feels closer to reality, making it easier to relate and absorb the content. Okay, move on the a philosophical thing. The next media that I consumed was very, very much interesting. It's a Korean variety show titled Date My Friend. Okay, firstly, I knew this variety show from the TV. I turn on the TV and I click channel TV and it shows this variety which has been going on episode 2. I started watching and oh my god, this is so interesting. So after that, I looked up on the internet and I just found out that it was also being uploaded on View. So I watched that. There's a like 6 episodes. From what I know, it has fully 8 episodes of it. So it's still ongoing. Okay, so this variety show is about Korean celebrities introducing their single friends so they can go on a sort of date. These friends will live together and get to know each other, go on dates and like building a relationship towards another over 5 days and 4 nights, while the celebrities watch them and give reactions of what their friends done. It's super fun. I don't know why. There's like a romantic aspects of it, and there's also a drama. There's also a bit of humor from the celebrities' reaction. It's like watching natural dates. So it makes me wanted to go on a date too. The fun of the variety show, I can say that when you can just analyzing who's a good match from for whom, and all the drama that happens between the two people. Some people have feelings for someone, but you also get to see the perspective of the other person, how they feel honestly about their dates. And I already have a couple in my mind and I'm rooting for them and I can't wait for the next episodes to come, but it's up on every Tuesday in a week and I just can't wait for that long. Why am I watching while it's ongoing? It's a fun watch and I highly recommend it. I think I'm going to just review 4. So I'm going to end this now. I consume more than 4 medias actually. I watch Raditya Dika YouTube and I also read others article in Medium and Substack. I got 2 current reading book. It despite Menalar Tuhan by Franz Magnus Suseno. It's been a fun week and there's a lot of things that happened also from my personal life and my college life. College life has been fun. I didn't expect that. I just got a jet lag after liburan kayaknya yang kemarin gue curhat tuh. But yeah, I pretty much consumed a lot of medias because I uninstalled TikTok. I feel like TikTok has been absorbing so much of my time, and I didn't even realize that I just missed 2 hours of doom scrolling. So it's not productive for me at all. I used to find some recommendation place to go or like a transportation to take to with TikTok, but since I found the other alternatives, which is with Gemini AI, I can replace TikTok and it's not cause any benefit for me anymore. So yeah. Well, that's it. I hope you guys have a great week too. And I wish that the media that I consume will be some kind of recommendation for you to consume it as well. I think I'm going to see you on the next video. Bye bye.